So are you enjoying yourself, Austin?
Yeah, you're recording.
Austin, you know what this is?
It's a
Victorian sewing machine.
now that.
Austin?
Yeah, what's up?
Getting a little Longhorn dinner in.
No, it's a little garlic, but it's good.
So it is garlic.
Yeah.
Guys, I see deer. Hello? Oh my gosh, there's more than one. What's up? What's up, dear? Yeah, they don't seem to mind me. What's up? There was 3, and you. You scared them. Don't scare them. They're just chilling. Not running away, not nothing. These are ladies. And they're going right back to the food like, so what? There's a human here. What's up, dear? I didn't know deer was a thing down here. We must see humans all the time. Okay, bye. Bye, dear. Nice little patio area.
Yeah, first time too late.
Been the Crystal Palace since June 1882. Keep it in mind. Let me tell you about the ambush of Virgil. Left again, the Oriental Saloon, where the Earps controlled the barrel. Here on the right's a branding iron. It was a single-story bucket of blood saloon. Happened the night of December 28, 1881, a couple of months after the gunfight, when Marshal Virgil come out of the Oriental to make his nightly rounds. Headed for the brewery, and shots rang out from above the bucket of blood. A couple of those struck him in the back of his left shoulder, and he lost use of the arm. Never quit being a lawman. Virgil died at the age of 62, had the nickname the One-Armed Law Dog in 1905. And Wyatt spent the last 10 years working for Hollywood. He died at the age of 81 in 1929. And now on the right, that's a Birdcage Theater. It is the most authentic and most haunted museum in town. And they had their grand opening a week before the ambush of Virgil. Up there, they did. By the name of John P. Sloan got to town. He told the folks here there's no tombstone complete without a death town. Well, May 1st, 1880, founded that newspaper, still in print today. Now, on the right, the orange building, red buffalo, that was Campbell and Hatch Billiards. You see, in their March 18th, 1882 Morgan's playing a game, outlaws shot through the back door, assassinated Morgan, and the Earps left town for good 2 days later. And you look out the right up over that fence, there's Shepherd's Ball on the corner of 4th and Fremont. That's where Wyatt met Josie. On the right on this corner, Arlene, Happer's liquor store, where the Earps pick up Holiday on the way to that gunfight. They don't go down to the OK Corral like we are. Turn right here on 4th, they go over that block to Fremont, which today is Highway 80, and they won't let us drive horses on the highway. Earps got to that corner, turn left and went to the alley. Tell you more about that after the old time photos on the right. And the wine tasting room, which was the Gang restaurant. It was owned and operated by a Chinese fellow, a humanitarian by the name of Quality, and that man was so respected by this town. Died in Douglas, they buried him in Bisbee, and 3,000 folks got together and brought him back. He did move ill. On the right, the OK Corral, but that is not where the gunfight happened. Out the right back of the park, middle of that wall, there's a telephone pole. Well, at the other side of that wall, that's where those 5 cowboys were in that 15-foot wide alleyway, along with a horse and the Earps and knockout there on Fremont, never stepped foot in the alley. Well, 2:30 in the afternoon, there's 30 seconds worth of gunfire. Now, in the end, Ike Clanton, Billy Claiborne, and the horse survived by running away, while Billy Clanton was dead in the alley. Tom and Frank died blocked to the right by that stop sign. Virgil Morgan and Holiday are wounded by a highway without a scratch. The newspapers called it the gun battle on Fremont. On the left, Four Deuces Saloon was the home of Addie Borland, the Earps eyewitness. Dad built a store and he went and led their posse in the wrong direction. Problem is they shot and killed everybody, including a pregnant girl from Tombstone called the Bisbee Massacre. Yeah, it didn't even take 2 hours. Posse arrested John and he gave up his friend. Next day, everybody's locked up in a courthouse on the right. His buddies hung, but not John. He wasn't part of the gunfire. Gave him 20 years hard labor in Yuma, locked him back up in the courthouse, and the next day Tombstone busted him out, drug him down to that pole, and strung him up by hand. It took that man more than 20 minutes just to die. And C.S. Fly got a picture of it, which is hanging in the courthouse right next to his death certificate. Our county coroner just happened to be in that lynch mob and showed a sense of humor, because Goodfellow wrote down that Johnny died of emphysema of the lungs, possibly caused by high altitude or strangulation. Well, let me tell you about our founder, Mr. Edward Lawrence Shefflin. Shefflin all got named for him, and he's got a statue in the city park. And Ed was a scout for that 3rd Cav down on Fort Huachuca for a couple of years and told the Army in 75 he was coming here to prospect. They looked at him and said, Ed, when you lose your mind, you already know about them hostile Apaches. You're going to mess around up there, find nothing but your tombstone. 1876, he found the $85 million worth of silver they hauled out of the ground here. When he come back 77 and opened that first mine with Mr. Gert and John Escapool, well, they called it the Tombstone just to heckle those naysayers on the fort. Oh, 2 short years later, with over 3,100 folk living here that heard that story. Well, they incorporated as the city and took the name of the first mine. On the right, there's Tombstone City Library, actually built in 1901 as our railway depot. And the Southern Pacific operated here till 1960. On the right now, the Rosebush Museum. The roses in that backyard. Hey, it was 1884 when a young Scottish newlywed planted that 6-inch cutting of the White Lady Banks rose she received from her family in Scotland. Well, it went into the Ripley's Believe It or Not book 1935, Guinness Book of World Records 1945. Remains in both those books today, blooms every April. On the left, Chamber of Commerce, Visitor Center up on the corner, our first adobe building in town. Well, a gentleman by the name of Pye Allen. He helped design and to build it in Allen Street that we're turning back on to, God name for him. Well, the Visitor Center as well as Shefflin's all block to our left here. Both were untouched by our major fires. Second fire happened after the earth left out. And phase 152, the day 100 businesses were. Well, one of them was on the left, the other side of that fancy empty lot. Cosmopolitan Hotel stood there and had 2 stories and 80 rooms. Where they
There she is.
If you have any questions, and if you decide to take a trip into the 1880s today,
You day or night, drunk or sober. Let's go outside and do this.
Bob Jackson, you can knock off your phony drunk act because I have been intoxicated longer than you have been alive. You're trying to get me to go outside. Friends will shoot me in the back. How stupid do you cowboys think I am?
Look, Doc, I'm here to tell you that you Dodge City boys, you ain't got no play in this town anymore. We got the men and the money to run you guys out. And by God, we will.
My God, put a cork in it. There's a lot of money in this town. There's enough money right here for everyone. You and your friends can have any saloon you like. You sure as hell will not be having the Orient.
Cute, Doc, really cute. Look, we can go outside and settle this out with pistols. I'll even give you the first shot. It's just a considerate man I am.
I'd love to settle this in the here and now. Now, gentlemen, I've got too much respect for the cleaning woman.